everybody. Hey, Will Roberts here. I am the Honest Huckster. I'm a magician, and today we're going to do a little magic for you. But the cool part about this is that at the end of all this, we're going to show you boys and girls, you moms and dads, how to do some magic on your own so you can amaze and amuse your friends, be the life of the party, or be the life of your Zoom, huh? Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off with the silk. This is a regular silk, a white silk, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the end, just like this, right there, and we're going to throw a knot into it just by clicking it down like this. Ready? On the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. That didn't work. Let's try again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait a second, it's not working. I'll tell you what, here's what needs to happen. I need you boys and girls and moms and dads to take your hands like this, like a magic gesture, throw it at the camera just like that, and say the magic words. Ready? I learned these in church. Bingo. All right, ready? On the count of three, you're gonna say bingo. 1, 2, 3. You're not trying hard enough. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You gotta try harder. Everybody really loud. 1, 2, 3. Bingo, yeah. Hey, it worked. It threw a knot in the end of the silk. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this knot out just like this. There it is. And we have another trick we're gonna do with the silk. So as you can see, there is nothing in this silk on either side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it just like this. I have another silk right here. It's a red silk. We're gonna take this red silk just like this, and we're gonna poke it in here just like this, inside the white silk. So you can see it, it's very plainly right there, it's red. We're gonna push it down like this, and on the count of three, you all are gonna say the magic words again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, boom. Yes, it disappears on both sides. Ta-da! Give yourselves a hand, round of applause. Round of applause. Oh, wait a second now. Point to somewhere on the silk, everybody. Right there? Yeah. We'll reach in and pull out the silk, and there it is. All right. Awesome. Silk in 3D. Boom. All right. So the next trick I want to do is I have this really cool rope bag because I deal with a lot of ropes. And this bag right here has all my ropes in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of my ropes. And you have to guess what they are. So here we go. This is a very cool trick. And people always ask me the most important question: does it do anything? And I always say, afraid not. Afraid not, afraid. Okay. So here's another one. I love this one. It's one of my favorites here. Boys and girls, moms and dads, you have to guess. This is a regular piece of rope. We're going to guess what kind of knot I'm about to make, okay? So all you have to do is I'm going to take the knot, I'm going to make the knot in the rope just like this. And as I do this, moms and dads, I bet you'll know this one. Take it like that and tighten it like this, like that. There we go. Now, what kind of knot is that? Take a look. Take a guess on the count of three. You're right. It's a square knot. Get it? It's a square knot. It's a square knot. Okay. Tell you what, one more. I think you're going to love this here. I have two other ropes, actually three other ropes that I'm going to show you right here. And we'll grab that like that. So we have three ropes. This is kind of a, kind of a finale type of thing because we're going to do like red, white, and blue, fireworks and so on. But we have three ropes, okay? Just so we're clear, we have a blue on that side, and we have a red on that side. So we have these right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna do something magical, okay? We have a red, white, and blue rope. We're gonna tie this one together just like this. Oh, hold on a second. There. Nice and tight, just like that. And then we're gonna tie this one, same way, nice and tight, just like that. So technically, we're gonna make these restore back into one. Instead of being three ropes, red, white, and blue, we're gonna make it one rope. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There it is, one rope. And they're all tied together. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's not very amazing. Why? Oh, because I just tied them together, red, white, and I'll tell you what, here's what you have to do, right? We're going to say the magic words. I want you all to do me a favor. I'm going to reach in back in my pocket here to grab some magic fairy dust made from Dusty Fairies. Sprinkle it on there just like that. Say the magic words. Right, bingo. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, and ta-da! Yes! I love this! And there it is, all restored, but in red, white, and blue. Ta-da! Okay, so this trick you're gonna like. It's very cool, and it involves a card with 1 spot on this side, 4 on this side, 3 on this side, and 6 on this side. Again, it has 1 on this side, 4 on this side, 3 on this side, and 6 on this side. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? But here's the most important thing you need to know. When a magician tells you a secret, you can't tell it. That's the first code of the magician's code. Don't tell the secret. So here it goes, all right? So instead of actually having 1 on this side, we actually have 2, just like that, 2. So if you want to make it show 1, you do that. If you want to make it show 3, you do that. Same thing with the other side. We have 4 on this side, but really what we have is we have 5. And if I had my hand there, it looks like 6. If I have my hand there, it shows 4. Now, same thing with the other side. Like I said, 1 and 3. But here's the most important thing. When you lift your hand up, you have to make sure you lift up the right one. Otherwise, it'll blow the secret that you don't actually have 3. All right? Same with the other side, okay? Thing is that even though it looks like 6 right there and 4 right there, don't lift your hand up because it'll blow the secret. Just like that. So again, we had 1 on this side, or is that 3 on this side? I'm a little confused. And on the other side, well, you know what? After a while, it gets confusing and all you do is you see spots before your eyes. Ta-da! Here's the crowd. All right, welcome back. So here's the deal. I'm going to do one more trick for you. It's a rope trick. And I love this trick because I like ropes because I'm a cowboy. And also you can find them at the hardware store. So I went to the hardware store and I did this. Okay, you can do this too. I got a small rope and a medium-sized rope and a long rope. And I have 3 ropes. But so you remember, I'm going to call the small one a baby rope, the medium one, the mama rope, and of course the really long one, uncle rope. Anyway, so we're going to take all 3 and we're going to put them in our hands just like this. 1, 2, 3. Take the baby rope, put it up here by the daddy rope. Put the middle rope, the mama rope, up here by the baby rope. And of course, the dad rope up here by the rest of them. Push on 3, pull on 3, just like this. And of course, what happens is they all become the same size. Let's count them. 1 and 2 and 3 ropes. Let's count that again, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 different ropes, all the same size. Except for this one right here, I noticed that it looks just a little bit smaller than the rest, and this one looks about medium size, and that one's a long one again. And that is what I call my favorite rope trick. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to show you all how to do a little bit of magic yourself. So hang tight, I'll be right back, and we'll get going. Hey everybody, Will Roberts again, the Honest Huckster, and now we're going to learn how to do a little bit of our own magic. And if you get really into this and love magic, there's lots of places to go, like this place that you can get magic. But we're going to learn some stuff that I call the basics of magic, which really has to do with the fact that moms and dads or kids, you can grab stuff from home. I mean, everybody pretty much has a deck of cards or a piece of rope or maybe some silks or something. But we're gonna take this and we're gonna teach you some tricks so that way you can do it. Now, you have to remember that the magician's code is that you don't tell the secret, no matter what, how much you are being tortured by your brother, sister, mother, aunt, cousin. Don't tell them the secret, because once you tell the secret of a magic trick, it's no longer magic. And in this case, though, we're going to show you how to do some magic. We're not going to do the cards. We'll do that later on. So the first thing that we're going to do, I love this trick. You saw it in the show. And what was happening was I had a silk. It was a white silk. And at the bottom of it, it looks like this. And I'm going to throw a knot into the bottom. It's a trick knot that you just take it like this. And you had to say bingo, and then finally, when you finally said bingo, and then you throw it in there just like that, and it ends up with a knot in the end of it, twisted and tied. Now we're going to show you how to do that. Now you can have this kind of silk, you can have a hanky, you can also do this with a rope. See, you can take a piece of rope, with the two red ends like this if you want, and throw it in there. It doesn't work. Throw it in there. It doesn't work. And then finally on the third time, boom, throw it in there, and it knots it up just like that. And then you can take it apart, and you know, people will be like, wow, you're pretty magical. So here's how it's done. So the setup, boys and girls, moms and dads, is pretty simple. All you're simply going to do for this is you're actually, don't tell anybody, but you're going to actually take and put a knot in the end of it anyway. So you have, I put red on my rope. If you want to use rope, you can use silk. It doesn't matter, one of the two. This might be better and easier to handle. So you end up with a knot at the end, and your red, that's just regular tape, mom and dad. And you end up with a clean end that has just the regular end. So what you're actually doing is you're hiding the knot in your hand. And so you let it stick out a little bit, and you grab it just like this, and you go on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, you throw down the end that is not tied. And you say, wait a second, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe on the third time, you could say, you know what? I know what it is. You're supposed to say the magic words. You can make them up. Alakazam, Twitter, Instagram, doesn't really matter what you want to call it. And then on the count of 3, you actually take your hand like this, and instead of letting go of this end, on the third time, you let go of the knotted end, and it looks like you threw a knot in. So again, it looks like this. You have this hidden in your hand, boys and girls, moms and dads, and you go 1, 2, 3. You gotta make sure you keep your hand covered like this, but don't make it look really odd. Just sort of be casual. 1, 2, 3. And it didn't work. And see how I'm handling it to make it look like it's just a piece of rope? No one sees the knot behind my hand. And then you take it up in your hand, and this time you squeeze your fingers, point your finger and your thumb, and you let go of the other one. 1, 2, 3. And it gives you the knot. I love this trick because it's one of those things that if someone says, hey, Joe, Jane, how about you show us a magic trick? And you say, hey, do you have any rope? Or this is an easy thing to carry with you if you are going to friends' houses, or if you want to do it on Zoom like I am right now. But you just take it, one more time, in your hand, hold it like this, 1, 2, 3, drop it, it's plain. 1, 2, 3, drop it, and third time's a charm. 1, 2, 3, let it go, and let the knot go. And then at the end of it, I totally recommend that you untie the knot to show them that it was tied, and say, ta-da! Love that trick, okay? Let's go on to another trick. I love this trick. This wasn't in the show, but this is a really fun one to do if you're at a dinner table or something and they allow you to do it. However, I will tell you that I am using a pad because this one can get loud. It looks like this. This is a cup. And what we're gonna do is, the whole trick is that we're gonna take a coin. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll use a large silver dollar. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell your friends and the people in front of you, make sure they're sitting in front of you, and while you're at the table, that you're gonna take this coin and you're going to make it disappear. You're gonna cover it with the cup, like that, and on the count of 3, you're gonna lift it and it will be gone. But wait a second, I would like to do this a little, because of all this stuff happening in the world and safe, and you wanna make sure everything's clean. We're gonna cover the cup just like this. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to lift it. As you can see, the coin's there. And on the count of 3, we're going to take this and we're going to cover it and then lift it up, and then the coin will be gone. So it looks like this. We have the cup, cover it, and the coin. And as you can see, we're going to cover it with the cup. And on the count of 3, we're going to go 1, 2, it didn't work. Ready? 1, 2. You know what? Let's try it one more time. Tell you 1 here. I'll tell you what. We'll just place it down on here just like this, so you can just see the cup is covering it. On 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a second. The coin didn't disappear, but the cup did. What? That's amazing. Now, here's how it's done. So here's the trick. You have to have a newspaper or a paper that forms. Because here's what happens. Here's my cup. When you put the cup, it's not really about making the coin disappear. It's really about making the cup disappear. So you place it over the cup and you say, wait a second, we're gonna place it over there, it's gonna disappear when we pick it up. Wait, let me cover this with paper so I don't get the cup dirty. It can be a glass cup, but here's the thing. When you do this and you lift it up, you can see that what happens is that it forms around the cup. And because it's newspaper and it's paper like this, you could do this with a sheet of regular white paper too. And you do this, and you say, look, I'm gonna take the cup, it's gonna go through and it's gonna disappear on the count of 3. And you go 1, again, it's always in threes, magic in threes. You go 1, wait a second, 1, 2, 3, it didn't work. You're not trying hard enough. 1, 2, 3, say the magic words. Yeah, it didn't work. 1, 2, 3, it didn't work. Tell you what, let's try it one more time. And when you do that and you point to the coin, you're actually right here dumping the cup in your lap behind the table. So that way when you put this down, you see how the cup forms on the paper? So they're what's called misdirection, or their mind plays tricks on them because they think that that's the metal cup. So when you say 1, 2, 3, they go, what? Wait a minute. And your cup disappears. And you can pick up the coin and go, well, at least I made some money, and then put it in your pocket or whatever. So that is the way the trick works. Now, you don't have to use as big of a piece of paper, like I said. You can certainly make it smaller. You can double it up. So like this. Put it around there, just crunch it around there, squeeze it tight with your hand to get it to form like the cup. And then again, when you do this and you lift it up, see I lift it up like that, you can then dump it in your lap. I let you see that there. And then when you put it back down, it totally looks like the cup is still there. 1, 2, 3, boom. And that is the penetrating cup trick. I love that trick. It's awesome. Boom. Boom. There it is. That one we'll learn next time. Now the final trick I'm going to show you all is something that I think that a little older kids might like, and parents, because I know parents like magic as well. You'll need a deck of cards, and it's pretty simple. What you're going to do is this. I'm going to do this, the movements and what you do, and I'll show you how it works. So you're going to go through these. You're going to go through these just like this. Someone's going to say stop. You say stop. Okay. You're going to show them that card. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the cards and say, look, we're going to put the card in the deck just like this. We're going to cut it just like this. And then what's going to happen is we're going to cut it a couple of other times, just like that. And maybe cut it one more time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to simply go through, and I'm going to read your mind. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically read their mind and tell them that, you know, their card. And it's pretty simple. You can do this and then say, hey, I'm going to guess your card was the 8 of hearts. And then you can certainly show it to them because it's on the top and say, ta-da. Now, let me show you how this works. The principle is called key card magic. So here's how it works, everybody. You take the cards, you're going to fan them, and someone says stop. Now, you're not looking, so if they say stop, you say, oh, would you like that one? What you're going to do is show it to them like this. Place the card on top of the pack, placing the rest in the middle. Now, what you're going to do is, boys and girls, moms and dads, is you're going to talk to them and memorize the bottom card. This is easy for me to remember because it's a joker. So you're going to say, okay, now I'm going to figure out what your card is. You're memorizing the joker. Here's why. Remember, I put your card on the top, which is the Queen of Diamonds. You're going to say, we're going to cut the cards once, which means to basically take the cards and cut and then continue. Now, what I know is the one that's below the joker, underneath the joker, is your card. That's the key card, the joker. So you can go through it and say, I'm going to read your mind. And all you need to do is get to that joker and know that the card below it is the queen. Now, if you want to be real tricky, you can just thumb through them and then take and split them and put the card that they picked on the top. Then you're going to do what's called a false cut. Watch this. Instead of taking it like this and then continuing, you're actually taking it from the bottom like this and placing it down and placing the other part of it on the top. That basically is a false cut because I took the bottom first and then I continued by putting the top on it. So it's exactly the same order. So that means that the top card would be your card. So you could do that a couple of times and say, I'm going to read your mind. I'm going to read your mind. And the longer you take on reading your mind, and if I say, it's a black, no, it's a red card. Okay, is it a high card or a low card? And they may say, well, I don't know, it's a high card. Okay, is it have a diamond on it? And they say, yeah. Say, I'm going to guess it's a queen of diamonds. Wow, you're right. Well, that's awesome because it happened to slip right back up to the top, and there it is. And ta-da. So there's a couple of magic tricks for you. If you have any more questions, right there on the bottom, you can go to our site and send me a message. We'll certainly help you out in any way we can. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you. And remember, the biggest thing about magic is the code of ethics. Whether or not you're Harry Potter or you're just a regular magician like me, the fact is that you should never tell the secret, because once you do, the trick is no longer magical. Thank you. See you guys later. Have fun. Oh, there we go.
swinging, gunslinging bandit, and he's got freaking records in his sights. Can someone shut that crow up? They've got some cliched cowboy staring to do. I'm not quite sure you've got it, Hal.
Hi, partner. I heard you got some officially amazing skills.
Oh, boy. Okay, he is good. And that's because he's Will Roberts, one of the most highly skilled and trained cowboys in the West. Just look at the moves. Later on, Will's going to be trying a record with these specially adapted safe performance guns. But first, he's going for a record involving rope. This type of rope is called a lasso. And it was originally designed to help the cowboys catch and move cows. Hence where the cowboys get their name. Mind the camera, Will. Honestly, the things I get roped into on this show,